afternoon. It's Kathy Chavers, Tribal Chair for Boys Fort. Thursday afternoon here to give an update. Currently Boys Fort has 5 active COVID cases. We have 3 in Vermilion and 2 in Net Lake. And as always, we are working with the contact tracing and working with the quarantining and isolation, and everything is good right now. So, but I do want people to be aware that numbers are increasing locally and statewide and nationally, as we see on the news every day. But more than ever, we ask that people wear your masks, social distance, try to stay at home as much as possible if you can. St. Louis County, the county that Net Lake is in mostly, has seen an uptick of about 700 more cases just in the past 3 days. So the pandemic is getting worse, so please, please, please be safe and practice the health safety factors that they're saying. Masks, social distance, hand sanitizer, wash your hands. The other day, Governor Walz issued his executive order 2096, which did some drawback on some of the things that were more open to everybody, and it's basically that they're tightening the restrictions on private social gatherings. They're suggesting that social gatherings in private homes will be limited to 10 people indoors and 10 outdoors, and may include or involve no more than 3 households. That really can't be enforced, but it's just a suggestion because they're seeing that the uptick is in the 18 to 35-year-olds and in larger gatherings. Second, private parties, private celebrations, and receptions for weddings, funerals, and similar events hosted at venues will also have capacity limits. So there might have been things that have already been planned, and this will give them the time they need to adjust their events, and all of these go into effect on Friday. Effective November 13th, those celebrations must end at 10 p.m. and remain closed until 4 if they serve or permit consumption of food or beverages. Celebration events at venues, including receptions for weddings, funerals, birthday parties, reunions, anniversary celebrations, and private parties, will be limited to 50 total participants on November 27th, and then 25 total on December 11th. And dancing is strongly discouraged in guidance. Celebrations that take place in a reserved room or exclusive space in a restaurant must comply with this guidance and limit patron numbers accordingly and observe closure time periods. Third, they're making some changes to the operations of bars and restaurants in Minnesota. Effective this Friday, total restaurant capacity will be capped at 150 people, including both inside and outside settings, and it may not exceed 50% of the establishment's total capacity. The table size remains at 10. Bar counter service for all establishments will be closed for seating and service. If the establishment uses a counter service only model for ordering food and beverages, it must create a social distance queuing model. Patrons must remain seated. No bar games such as darts and pool. If the establishment offers pull tabs, it must be offered in a query that is marked and socially distanced. Also, all bars and restaurants must end dine-in service between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. With regards to the bar service and the venues with Fortune Bay Resort Casino, Boys Fort has opted to, in discussion with health officials and in discussion with our community health nurse, Terry Morrison, along with other medical personnel, we are going to keep our bar open after 10, and this will be evaluated periodically as we go along, because right now Fortune Bay does have the proper procedures in place to maintain a safe protocol at their bar. And so we are doing the temperature checks, we're doing the masks, you know, they're really stringent on their safety precautions when it comes to the bar. So that's why we at Boys Fort are allowing our bar to remain open at the Fortune Bay Resort Casino. And again, we will be reevaluating that periodically to ensure that it does maintain the safe protocols that we've had in place, and if there does become an issue, then we'll address it at that time. The other thing is we do have events scheduled at Fortune Bay with regards to some dinners, and we will be adhering to the state's compliance issues with regards to no more than 10 people at a table, and we will be sectioning off the dinners or the events that we have planned with these safety protocols that the governor has put in place. So we want to make sure that we are doing everything with regards to Executive Order 2096, with the exception of keeping the bar open at Fortune Bay Resort Casino after 10. But other than that, the reservation will be complying with the rest of the safety protocols that the governor's announced and put into place. Just so that everybody knows that on Monday the 16th we will be having a Tribal Leaders Summit, which is an annual event that's held with tribal leaders and the governor's office and lieutenant governor, and this will be held via Zoom, and it will be on Monday from 1 to 5. And so Boys for Tribal Leaders will be meeting with the governor along with the other 11 tribal nations, the other 10 tribal nations in the state, to address issues coming up with the pandemic or the next legislative session, or what Boys Fort's needs may be. We had mentioned that there was going to be some food packages with rice and mental health packaging and components, and also masks for the households being mailed out around Thanksgiving. Due to a delay in our masks being ready to go, these will be now after Thanksgiving, and we'll try to keep you updated on when those will be done. The Boys Fort Housing is still on task to have our tiny homes delivered on November 16th. And we have one in Net Lake, one in Vermilion, and one in Indian Point, and these are our quarantine homes. And so we're looking forward to seeing those on the 16th. And then also we have food distributions going out, and please watch, because some of these will be off reservation. We will be going to the Y store, the Dam by Orr, and the Mountain Iron City Hall, and then we'll also be adding Bemidji into this, and we're looking for a location currently in Bemidji with regards to where we will be dispensing these food items. So please keep a watch out, look at our website and Facebook page, or we'll do it in our updates on Thursdays every week. The other thing I wanted to point out is that we know that there's been a lot of information going out to band members via letters or flyers or what have you. Well, now we've done, and what we're doing is we've got four postcards going out. One is regarding our Minnesota COVID-19 Housing Assistance Program, and it will provide housing assistance payments to help prevent eviction, prevent homelessness, and maintain housing stability for eligible renters and homeowners. And Boys Fort is one of the COVID-19 Housing Assistance Program local administrators, working with individuals in Carleton, Couchiching, and St. Louis counties. To learn more, please call 211 or 1-800-543-7709. Or you can go to www.211unitedway.org on the webpage. Then you would select Minnesota Housing Assistance Program or text MinRent or MinHome to 898-211. The next postcard that will be mailed out is our Boys for COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program. This program is different from the normal energy assistance program that's offered through the state of Minnesota. It provides a one-time emergency energy assistance to eligible members in need due to loss of income and or unforeseen or additional energy costs as suffered as a result of the COVID-19 public health emergency. This is not a per capita or stimulus payment, and is available to band members. And so that questions can be directed to Boys Fort Energy Department at 218-757-3261, or you can email Travis Vake at Travis, Travis Vake, V-A-K-E, at boysfort-nsn.gov. The next postcard that will be going out will be the Boys Fort COVID-19 Safe Shelter Assistance Program. This program has been approved by the council and has been extended to November 30. And so these are for eligible band members 50 years or older, or at least 18 years old too, that have an underlying medical condition recognized by the CDC as putting you at an increased risk of severe illness resulting from COVID-19. So if you have questions on that, please contact Ed Villebrin or Beverly Steele or Gabby King by phone at 218-757-3261, and this is regarding the Boys Fort Safe Shelter Assistance Program. The last program that we have going out by postcard is the Boys Fort COVID-19 Scholarship Laptop Program. You must be enrolled in Boys Fort, currently in college or in grades 7 through 12. And if you need a laptop, we want you to get this so you'll be able to do your schoolwork off-site from school. It's to help with the distance learning, and applications will be reviewed and assistance will be given on a first-come, first-served basis until all the equipment has been distributed. Visit boysfort.com to download the application, or you can call the education department, and that is Leanne Hoffman at 218-757-3261. Last but not least, of course, and you'll hear me say this every week, is that cases are on the rise. Be careful, contact your neighbors by phone, contact your elders by phone, visit. It's a trying time for everybody, and you know, our mental health is very much as important as our physical health. It is getting a little bit tiring to be home and limited to what we can and can't do, who can work at home and who can work in the office. We must try to stay positive. We want everybody to come together because that's who we are as a people, and we also take care of others. So please call and check on people, even just say hi or visit with them. But the other thing is make sure we take care of ourselves also. And there's nothing wrong. I read today that there's about a third of COVID patients are reaching out for mental health services. Just to talk to somebody and maybe vent or get things off their chest, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a trying time for everybody, and we must be safe physically, and we also need to be healthy mentally. So please remember that, and you know, hug everybody at home, because not outside your home, but within your home, because I'm a hugger. Because you know, sometimes a hug makes you feel better, but don't hug a stranger like I've done. Please be sure to just make sure that you're safe. Keep your masks on. I know Terry Morrison, our nurse, is gonna scold me for saying to hug, but sometimes your family members, your husband, your wife, your kids just need a hug. Or you just need a hug. So, but the other thing is wear your mask, social distance, use your hand sanitizer, reach out and talk to somebody if you need to. But the main thing is it's on the rise. We must watch out. We must be safe. We must be careful. McWitch and I will give you another update next week, and look forward to that. G. McWitch, have a good day. Bye.